All right, are you ready?
I'm already filming. So
oh my God. Today's rediscovered art is with this amazing woman that has a great story that gives us a little bit of a window into James the artist. So, Miss Marla Seachrist,
yes.
Welcome to Yale Manor.
Thank you.
Last month, I was going through clues, and I went through emails. Tell me, and I read yours, and I thought, I really want to have you in the house again.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, this was done in 74. I was 17 years old, came down with my friend, and she was an artist, and we stopped into James's studio, and I'm just looking around, and he keeps looking at me, and I'm just looking around, and he keeps looking at me, and finally comes over to me, and he said, I would love to do your portrait in colored chalk. I said, okay, when? He goes, right now. Okay. So I sat, and he did my portrait. I don't know how long it took. And I maybe paid, I don't know, back in 74, $5, $10 for it.
Yeah.
Not very much.
No.
And so, he rolled it all up, and we're from Wichita. So we put it in the back seat. Well, sometime along our trip home, the back door, my friend got in, and it fell halfway out. She shut it and creased the original picture. I was heartbroken. And I think this is the original. It has his studio on the back of it. So I was able to call him.
Well, he has his big old signature right there.
But it has his name and number in the studio on the back. And I said, called him, and I told him I was heartbroken. And he said, well, if you have a picture, send me a picture, and I will redo it for you. So I sent him this picture, and he sent it back in a hard tube this time so that it wouldn't get damaged. But anyway, I had the long red hair, blue eye makeup, and the whole bit, but I've treasured it. And I had it framed, gave it to Steve for when we got engaged. So
when was that?
That would have been Christmas of 74.
I love that. So
this was done in about October of 74.
And where have you kept this?
On the wall at the house.
I love that.
Yeah.
What I love about it is that in the 16 years we were together, he would get emails from people that, I just want to let you know that we still have a pastel you did of Aunt Jane, and we passed it down, and it's still treasured, and we have it up, and it just meant the world. And I just started thinking, I want to know about Aunt Jane.
Yeah.
I want to know, about your life and what that 17-year-old girl was like. And that, he did this again, and he sent you a photo, but he also did it from memory of you too.
Yeah.
So what was his gallery like when you?
Oh gosh. I'm not an artist, so I was just amazed by everything that he had done. That's what I was doing. I was just walking around looking, and he was kind of following me around. And he had a long beard and the long hair. And then every time we would come down, after we got married, we came down a lot, and I would ask people, do you know James Yale? Yeah. Well, where's he at? I don't know. Finally talked to one lady, and she goes, well, I think that James and some other artists have gone and traveling the East Coast. So I thought, oh gosh, I may never see him again. I thought about him all the time. So we were down here about 10 years ago, and we were in a quilt shop, and we're talking to the lady, and we said, she said she was born, raised in Eureka, never left Eureka. And I said, well, then you must know James Yale, who had the studio across the street. And she goes, oh, yeah. James's wife, Charlotte, and I are best friends. And I don't remember the lady's name.
Well, who is my best friend in that quilt shop?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
So, anyway, I said, oh my gosh, where's James at now? And she goes, he's got a studio about 30 minutes outside of town. So she gave me his email address, and I called my daughter. I said, go to the house and take a picture, send it to me. So she sent it to me, and I sent James an email and sent the picture. And I said, my name's Marla. I know you don't remember me. It's, you did this picture for me in 1974. I was 17 years old. And just, I would like to, if at all possible, get together with you and visit for a while. And not knowing that he would email me back. Well, he emailed me right back. He said, yes, that is my portrait of you, but he said, I'm sorry, I don't remember. He said, I've smoked and drank too much since then to remember. So anyway, I thought that was funny. But he said, I would love to visit with you. When are you going home? And can you stop by? So we came and stopped, and we were here about 2 hours visiting with him. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just talk about life in general?
Yes. Yeah. What his, I didn't know, about his, being a art teacher. I didn't know all that. So we learned all that. And at that time, I think we had probably 8 grandkids, and told him about our grandkids and just life, talked about life and what all had happened since then.
Yeah, I love that. So as a 17-year-old girl, and have someone say you want to sit down. A lot of times he did that, because it also draws other people in. Was that called the Chamber Nautilus? Was that his gallery?
I'm not sure it has the arched windows.
I don't know.
It's downtown. Yeah, I'm not sure what it was called. I don't know if it's on the back of this or not. Oh, Yale Art Studio and Gallery. But anyway, so that's how we reconnected.
What was your impression of this artist guy?
I don't know. I come from a little town of 1,100 people, and coming to Eureka was just my friend that I came down here with. Her grandparents lived here.
Right.
So she was used to, Eureka, and her and I were always different. I was pigtail and bobby socks, and she was ahead of her time. She was more James than I ever was.
Yeah. Well, things were changing pretty fast back then. But I mean, I look at it and it's really beautiful. I mean, this is one of those, non-commissioned portraits, but your eyes are so gorgeous. And he seems to be able to lock in, to your complete essence, and painted you from memory.
Right.
I mean, you sent a photo, but what did you think when you got it back?
I was just amazed.
Steve, what did you think?
Man, to this day, I still look at it. It's in the bedroom. And, I don't know if I look at it every day, but yeah, that's the young lady that I married.
Right
there. So, yeah.
See, that's what I want to know too. Like your love story. I mean, is it your 50th anniversary?
Yeah. It's 2025 was our 50th.
Yeah. I'm curious. So how did you all meet?
Well, the same summer, we hadn't met each other. It's probably 73, maybe. He came down to Eureka with his cousin, who was down visiting an aunt. I came down with my best friend, who was visiting her parents down here. And we had not met yet. Well, then we go home, and I'm working at Pizza Hut. And I'm coming home. It's a Saturday night. I'm coming home. And like I say, we live in a small town. And teenagers drag Main Street. And I was coming home, pizza uniform on. And my friend's car's coming towards me. It's a 1968, 66 Mustang or something. Anyway, and the lights are blinking. That's weird. She never does anything, while I'm working. So we pulled into the grocery store parking lot, And I get out of the car, climb in the back seat of her car with her, and there were these two long-haired guys in the front seat.
Yes, I did have long hair.
Driving. Didn't know who they were. So, well, in a Mustang, the back window's not very big, and you holler at people and you wave. So I'm leaning over him, waving and hollering at people that we know on Main Street.
My first impression was, who is this lady crawling all over my back being a pain?
So anyway, we drag Main and we're hollering and talking to people. Then we park and they go home, or they get ready to go home. And I say, hey, I work on Tuesday night. Why don't you guys come in and see me? So, okay. So Tuesday night, I'm working and I'm waiting on people, and I'm waiting on these two guys. And the one, his cousin, looked at me. He said, you don't remember us, do you? And I said, no, sorry. Who are you? You know, well, we're the ones that was out, you know. Oh, okay. So anyway, we started dating a little bit at that time. And we dated and broke up, dated and broke up,
It was
dated
a
and
hard
broke up.
one to track.
Why'd you break up with him?
Well, I had dated a kid all the way through high school, and he had gone to college. And I thought my senior year, I can just have fun and not be dating anybody or anything. And then he comes along and he won't leave me alone. He calls, he comes out to the house. I said, just give me some space for a little bit. So I'd push him away, and then he'd come back, push him away. So 3 times. After the third time, I went, okay. What really sold it for me was he was a nice guy. My mom and dad really liked him. My dad said, watch out, she's spoiled rotten. So he warned him ahead of time. And what really sold me was I was working Pizza Hut one night. We weren't dating at the time. And I was getting off work, and it was very foggy out. You couldn't hardly see. Well, he shows up at Pizza Hut. He's out in the parking lot. And I walk out. I said, what are you doing here? He said, I'm going to take you home. So it was about 35 miles from Wichita to Cheney. So he took me home.
So when did you propose? Or did you propose?
No, there was no really proposal. We just started talking about, well, let's get married. And there wasn't any down on the knee or anything. It was just kind of mutual. Let's get married. And
I proposed to you at
49 years later.
Beaver Dam at our campsite.
49 years later. Well, he bought me all these trips coming down. Well, he came down with his cousin and sister, and he bought me a promise ring at McGee's.
Right.
And he says he paid $12 for it, but I don't know. He probably paid more than that. Well, I was pregnant with my daughter. It was always a little too big, and I was pregnant with our second child, our daughter, and I lost it. I was heartsick. I couldn't find it anywhere. Well, he kept saying, I'll buy you another one. No, I don't want it. No, buy you another one. No, I want. So our 49th anniversary down here, we walked into McGee's and he bought me another one.
Oh, that's such a good story.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just so honored you guys brought Marla here for me to see. You know, I mean, it's these stories that mean so much to me. And I know from talking to other people that have modeled, you know, how James would, when someone strikes him like the fallen angel of War and Peace, he chased that guy down for 3 years. Yeah. It could only be Scotty. Or he's with our daughter, and they're in a little antique store in Eureka. She's 14 years old, and they see this beautiful young woman come in and try a chainmail headdress on, and she looked at her dad, and he looked at her, and she knew that he was already gone.
Yeah.
He was already seeing the painting, and then the young woman takes it off, and she's going out the door with her soon-to-be husband, and he looks at Alice and is like, go get her. So,
well, it was kind of like this. He just followed me around that studio, you know. I wasn't weirded out about it or anything. I just was looking. He'd come over and kind of look, you know, he was just watching me for quite a while. And
yeah,
finally.
And it's something that was a gift actually to you.
Yes.
It wasn't something that, you know, he was going to turn into another portrait.
Right.
You know, this is, you are the very beginning of this next search in the third year. there's 2,000
Wow.
pastels, from Sam Walton to Bill Clinton to you to gosh knows who. And in the 70s, in 60s, he went to a lot of art shows. And so he's doing these, down in quick, portraits of people,
Right.
to, support himself. And I just see the day that, we put this out on the internet, that more people will come. I could
We'll
see
see it.
a whole wall of these framed, it'd be like a kaleidoscope
Right.
of beautiful faces, but also with the stories behind
Yes.
the art. And that's what I love. And the first woman that popped up was back in March, and Sharon Simmons. And my goodness, one thing just leads to another, where she knows more people that have it. And hers were commissioned.
Okay.
She and her husband. They are so alive today. It's incredible. So I just appreciate you guys coming all the way to come out here and talk to me about this.
I felt honored that I didn't ask him to do it. He came to me.
Right. And that's the whole thing. I mean, he would walk in saw that light in you. I mean, the light is in this sweet girl. The light's in you, that sweet man, fell in love with you.
I think that I met him one time before we came out.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember, but we got to meet the real guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was down to earth. I don't know how to express it, but it was an honor to meet him. Maybe again, I couldn't remember whether I met him before. Every time we go into town to Eureka Springs, I want to take a picture of where his gallery was, or where his store was.
Boy, send me a picture of where it was, because
he's got me standing outside of it.
Well, send me that, because I don't know. I mean, I was in his life for the last 16 years of it.
It was one or two down from the swoop.
And the windows are arched. There's two windows that are arched.
Well,
I will send a picture.
Yeah, because maybe, I would love to, because that's part of the history. I mean, it's several different galleries. One was called the Chamber Nautilus, and one was Juxta Ohm. And I know he had another one. I think he painted where the Triangle building is too.
Yeah, I don't know what it was called, but I have another story if I could.
Yes.
We camped down at the bottom of the dam. We camped down there. Well, we had gone out one night and we were watching them fish. And there was a couple there, and they were talking about how long they've come to Eureka Springs, 20 years and all this. And so we just listened to them for a little bit. And we said, we've been coming for a while too. At that time, it was probably almost 50 years. And we feel like locals because we've been coming so long. And she said, yeah, we got a painting, or not a painting, we got a print, or an original from one of the local artists down here years ago. And, we paid $1,800 for it, but we couldn't take it right away because he wanted to make prints from it. But we've got it, and it's at our house. And I just let her talk, and, she just kept going on about, it's amazing. So finally I said, what's the name of the artist? And she said, James Yale. So I get my phone out and I find my picture, this one. And I said, oh, James did my portrait. I said, and I don't think I paid anything for it.
So what was the painting he did? Do you know?
I don't remember. She didn't have a picture. Did she have a picture of it?
Yes.
Did she? I don't remember what it was.
I want to say kind of an angel figure, but
maybe.
I can't remember exactly.
But anyway,
if I saw it, I know it. But
anyway, she just kind of got quiet after I said, this is an original also, and it's hanging on my wall.
There you go. So another mystery is out there.
Yeah.
So if you met Steve and Marla at Beaver Dam, turn yourself in.
Right. They are from Rogers, or
they're close.
They're close.
Yeah.
They're close around. So anyway.
So when was that you ran into them?
It was probably
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Wow. We're on the trail on that one. So you never know.
Yep.
Matt there's over 100 different scrolls of original drawings. And so Matt is the curator. He actually fell into my web, and he unrolls the scrolls. And so we never know what he's going to find.
Okay. Yeah.
And he found one of this other woman, Rhonda French, and we did Have You Seen Me?
Oh.
And actually someone says, I know Rhonda French. So
yeah.
you never know. Turn yourself in if you met Marla and Steve
Yeah.
Seacrist and you have a angel-esque painting, and we'll be calling you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
That's
again so
You're
much.
welcome. Well, I'm glad you reached out.
Oh,
I'm
heck
so
yeah.
glad.
And you're always welcome here.
And I'm glad I sent that email to him, you know?
I'm glad you did too, because the Nancy Drew crew knows no bounds.
Right. Yeah. Yep. But anyway.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I don't want to hurt Marla, but I want to give this Marla a big old hug.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And scene.